What is up, guys? Welcome to another video. So today we're gonna do something completely different. I'm not really gonna walk and talk. I'm just gonna, stand around places and, do loads of B-roll. So today we're gonna talk about intellectual property in China. So let's start. Now, obviously, before I jump into today's topic, please make sure that you subscribe to the channel. If you want to donate, you can do it here with this QR code, or you can do it on PayPal and Patreon as well. Right then, so the reason why I want to talk about, intellectual property in China is because, people started stealing my videos, re-uploading it, and, it caused me quite a bit of trouble recently because I tried to upload my own videos onto my own account, and, most of the time they just take it down, and, I need to create a new account and all that sort of stuff. So, I want to dive into this thing, which is, intellectual property in China and what it really means. And obviously I'm not planning to, shit on China or their people, but this is definitely a problem that needs to be talked about. So that's what we're going to do today. All right then, so first we're going to talk about, my videos and what happened to them, how they ended up on Chinese social medias, and what's the next step, what am I going to do? So some of you already know what really happened, that people took my videos, re-uploaded it onto Toutiao, and my videos are basically my intellectual property. So obviously I wasn't too happy about it, especially when people started taking credit for my videos. So that's something that I can't really agree with or can't really allow. So obviously I sent a message to these people. Some of them agreed to do it, some of them were like, they just blocked me from their channels and from messaging them. So obviously I reported those videos. Obviously I created my own Bilibili as well. So if anything gets taken from my Bilibili and gets re-uploaded somewhere else, I can use that as evidence that those are my videos, and that's what I'm gonna do. See what happens. I'm trying to put myself onto Chinese social media more and more now, because my videos are becoming better, and my channel is becoming bigger as well. So I think it's time to expand a little bit. Now let's talk about stealing in China, stealing intellectual property in China, and what it really means. So you're going to see some B-roll where I'm going to show you some shops that basically copied the Western ones, and they changed the logo and the name a little bit, and they are just stealing ideas and brand names and logos and all these things. And in China there is a law for it, for intellectual property, but it's not really enforced. So you can basically steal anything from the Western world, come into China, change a little bit with the logo and with the name, and you can basically just sell the same thing, or you can just sell the cheaper knockoffs under the same brand name. And that's what a lot of people do, and that's how they make a living. So copying and all of these things, it's really part of China, and a lot of people describe China as a copying country that steals a lot of things, copies it, then resells it for a lot cheaper. This is something that really bothers me, because it just shows a lack of respect towards the initial planner, someone who actually invented something, or someone that came up with an idea and started putting it into practice. And it just shows a lack of respect towards people. And it's not foreign specific. It's not just that they disrespect foreign brands and foreign intellectuals and intellectual property. They actually do it to their own people as well, to Chinese people, and they steal something. Well, they don't really steal the actual product. They just take it, they reverse engineer it, and they sell it off as something else, which is basically the same thing. It's just repackaged. And I don't want to sound rude or terrible, but it really is part of Chinese culture to take something, reverse engineer it, then sell it off as your own. And obviously that's not a great thing. And the other thing is, you don't actually really need to look that hard to find these shops and sellers that are selling, reverse engineered things or things that basically don't belong to them. And they're just breaching copyrights and all of these things. So it really is a problem in China, but like I said, there are laws for it. but they don't really enforce it at the moment. I mean, you know, China is still a developing country, and you know, it's such a big country with so many, like, you know, different kinds of like culture aspects. So it's really hard to unite people in that sort of a sense. But you know, for me, copying clothes and reselling them and, you know, reverse engineering them, that's not a huge issue for me. A big issue for me is when it comes to food and drinks and alcohol. And that is also very serious in China, you know, copying alcohol and copying like milk powder and all of these things. And you know, there's been a lot of cases where people got very sick or even died because of fake alcohol and you know, fake milk powder and all of these things. And you know, that's a more serious issue, and people tend to ignore it and don't really talk about it. And you know, one reason why they do it is because they are trying to cut costs, and you know, they are trying to avoid paying taxes and all of these things. So you know, that is definitely a big problem, fake alcohol and fake foods. And I think this is something that should be looked into, and you know, the country should take it more seriously, and people should take it more seriously as well. You know, I'm not saying that copying clothes and stealing brand names is a good thing to do, but it's less of an issue than you know, selling fake food and fake alcohol and all of these things to people that don't actually know it. Also, the weather is really crap today. I don't know if you guys realized, but yeah, it's raining. It's a little bit windy as well. So you know, we were supposed to have another typhoon, but it never came. But the schools are still closed today, so that means no classes for me, which means I can shoot this video and talk about this issue. So like I said earlier, you know, fake alcohol is a problem in China, and you can buy it on Taobao. You know, it's very easy to find fake alcohol, and you know, there are a few tips how you can avoid it. You know, if it's too good to be true, then you know, it's probably fake. And you know, the price is the biggest like indication and the biggest giveaway when it comes to buying fake alcohol. So if it's too cheap, then you should be cautious about it. Now, you know, not every single fake alcohol maker is going to poison you. Maybe you just get a really bad hangover, or you know, you're gonna get drunk a lot quicker, or maybe the alcohol is not as strong as you expected it. So you know, those are the good outcomes. But sometimes it can turn very bad very quickly, and you can actually, you know, get very, very sick. You can go blind, or you can actually die if you drink too much of it. You know, personally, I encountered fake alcohol several times during my stay in China, and you know, most of the time I was lucky enough just to have, you know, a bad hangover or things like that. But sometimes you can really taste that it's fake, because it tastes like nail polish, for example, or it just smells off, or it smells different to what you expect. So you know, use your common sense when you're buying something in China. If it's too cheap, then you know, it's most likely a fake, a knockoff. So it's not worth risking your health over it just to save, you know, 20, 30, 40 RMB. Think about it this way: is your life really worth, you know, 30 RMB, or is it worth more? Alright then guys, and that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. It was definitely, you know, a different one. So yeah, if you like this video, please make sure that you like, comment, share and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.